I been missing out the walk with the mint. I been building up the blocks like a man. Elliot got water dripping out the ceiling. Oh my God, boy he got a Glock. Oh my God, boy that boy on top. Sipping walk, make my heart stop. All these hoes, yeah my love my thigh. Yo, all let go, put her on roll, put that whole payroll, put that whole on go. Yeah she like to go, yeah she love to blow. Get that dick so, like a snow cone. Yo, get that bag, show 'em how to ball. I'm in the mall, you know what I'm saying? Give me a minute, yeah, I need a minute, I'm in a minute, I'm in a minute, I'm gonna tell you, hey, Cardi B and Pippin, Cardi B and kick the shit, yeah, give me a minute, yeah.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's DGE, Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another video. And today, we got a lot of stuff to go over. We signed Artie Burns. That's coming up after Nick Westbrook, Akine, and Ashton Davis. We just gonna watch their interviews with Travis Wingfield, see what them boys got to say. Their first day being official Dolphins. See what that was like. And after that, we're going to get into Artie Burns and Ryan Stonehouse. And we're going to get into some other signings in the NFL. So we got a jam-packed live stream today. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe for more content. Hope your boy get to that 10K. That 10K is on its way. Right now, we at 6,800. So I'm trying to get to that 10K before the end of the year. Before the end of the year, man. And y'all go shop that merch at DGEmerchandise.com. Go support your boy. Whatever you buy helps the channel grow. Please and thank you, man. But first video we got is Nick Westbrook Akine, wide receiver number 3 that we just signed. Biggest receiver in the room. Definitely needed him. We're going to see if we could capitalize off of his contract. You know, we signed him to a cheap contract, so we're hoping that we could get a bang for our buck with this type of signing. You know, there's a lot of big receivers in the NFL, but we chose Nick Westbrook Akine. And when you watch the film, you see as to why Mike McDaniel chose a guy like this. But we're going to get to learn more about him through this little interview right here. So let's check this out. Put the volume up real quick.
Get into another edition of the Draft Time Podcast, free agency edition. I'm joined by new Dolphins wide receiver Nick Westbrook Akine. Nick, welcome in, man. How you doing?
Doing well. Thank you.
I get the name right? Last name right?
Yeah,
okay.
Got it right. Yeah, you're good.
I watched some Titans radio broadcast to hear them say your name after touchdowns, and so I really focused on that to get that in and really hammer in on the pronunciation on your last name. So
put in the work, the film work. I love it.
A little preparation, you know a little bit something about that as well. Exactly. So first off, welcome home, man. I know Lake Mary's about a 4-hour drive from here?
Yeah.
Have you spent any time in South Florida in your life besides, right now?
Yeah, a little bit. We were actually just down here a couple weeks ago, which was cool. Took the Bright Line down. He came in early, saw my family, and then took the Bright Line down. That was awesome. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he a Florida boy for real.
Experience. Yeah, and love it.
My neighbor is like a big manager at Bright Line, so I'll be happy to hear that we're getting a lot of use out of that train system there. Yeah. What do you think is the biggest difference between South Florida and northern/central Florida?
I mean, for me, it's the beach is right there. In Central Florida, you got to go a little bit to get to the beach, but down here, the beach is right there. So yeah, it's different. Probably a little bit hotter, maybe. We'll see. But I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, the humidity.
Like, you can't get South Florida from anywhere else in the U.S., man. That's why I love South Florida so much. I don't think I could ever leave. I love South Florida, Palm Beach, Broward, Dade. I love it.
Definitely creeped up on you down here, especially around training camp time for sure. So it is definitely toasty. So going back to the football here, getting to the football, I should say, watching you on tape, man, like your route running is really pure and clean and smooth and fun to watch to me. And so I was curious if you could just kind of take us through the progression of learning to become a great route runner, which is obviously one of the biggest things that a receiver can do in the league. And if you thought about like when you came into the NFL, like, what would 2025 Nick tell 2019 Nick at Indiana about the progression of 6 years of learning how to run routes?
It's a process. Trust the process. I feel like to me it's just about like being as efficient as you can. Explosion and all that really is really helpful. But when you can take out the things that are gonna get in the way of you being efficient, I feel like that's what helps out the most. A lot of credit to my receiver coaches over the years, Rob Moore, Tyke this past year. They really helped me out and work with me and put in that work.
A lot of that nuance to your game too, like where you kind of head nod, like peek one way, break off the other way. I think that was a big part of what helped you get open with the Titans.
Yeah, 100%. It's stuff like that. That's the stuff that I learned kind of as I went along, and I was watching guys, watching teammates of mine and what they use, the tricks they use. I feel like that's one thing I try to do is just be a sponge, trying to absorb as much knowledge as I can from the game, because there's so many great guys that I played with.
Well, that will fit in well here. So will your run blocking reel, which again on the tape I was like fist pumping watching you block some guys down the field, some combination blocks, like hitting the edge and then climbing to the linebackers and getting those guys. I'm like, this guy's going to fit in well, because we have a bit of a saying around here, at least I've heard it a few times: no block, no rock, right? So I'm curious, what do you think makes a really good blocking wide receiver, a position where sometimes maybe guys turn that part of the job down and choose to kind of maybe take those plays off a little bit?
Just gotta be willing to do it. I feel like that's what it is. I mean, I pride myself in the dirty work, and I feel like you do it enough, and it's not as dirty. You realize there's an art to it.
He probably like a top 10 blocking receiver in the NFL. Top 10 already.
So yeah, you just gotta be willing to do it.
Yeah, it's awesome to watch, man. It's that part of your game, the route running, and then also you play all over the formation, right? I think I saw a stat that you were in the slot like 40% of the time with the Titans, so good inside-outside game. Was that something you've always done, going back to Indiana high school, playing all over the formation?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like I just try to get a full grasp of the game plan, the playbook, so that I can plug in whatever I need to be. That's kind of how I earn.
Some receivers, they're limited in regards to playing the slot and the outside, but he could do both. He could do both, man. So this is why he's a good signing for the Miami Dolphins, man, because he could do everything on the field. He could do the motions. He could do everything that Waddle is doing out there. He could do everything that Tyreek is doing out there. He probably not going to do it as good as them boys, but he going to do it good enough to the point where we could leave him out there and not be worried.
Just to be able to carve out a role early on in my career was just being able to know every position and go in and play. But that's really helped me, because then I get a full grasp of the plays that we do have, knowing where I fit in it, knowing where I fit in the progression, and just thinking about it from a bird's eye view. Yeah,
the more you can do, right? Undrafted guy kind of had to learn that probably right away, that the more you can do is the best chance to make a football team and make a career and be here for your second contract with Dolphins, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so how valuable is that though? Like the ability to play multiple positions across the offense. I'm sure they've told you that that's a pretty big part of the offense down here.
Yeah, it's huge. I think it's a huge just to be able to, like I said before, like be plug and play. And if a guy goes down, because that's unfortunately the nature of the business, is sometimes guys go down and you need to be able to have a guy that knows what to do. So yeah, just being versatile, reliable, that's what I try to hang my hat on.
So you're a 6'2" receiver.
I love that right there. I love that. Not all games you're going to have Tyreek and Waddle out there. We're going to need somebody who's going to step up for Tyreek or Waddle. Westbrook Akine, I think he could step up. He probably not going to be as good as Waddle. He probably not going to be as good as Tyreek, but he's going to step up to the plate and get us some catches, some yards.
We have a bunch of guys that are very good receivers down here. They're all very fast, but we don't have anybody of that size. What do you think that your size brings to the Dolphins wide receiver room?
Yeah, I mean, it's a God-given thing. You can't coach it. You can't create it. I mean, you can get a surgery, but I feel like, you can't play football if you get a height extension surgery. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's just trying to use the gifts that he gave me. yeah, I try to maximize it as best as I can.
I mean, 9 touchdowns on 32 catches last year, right? Sounds like that's probably a pretty big part of your game is going up and catching the football and down in the red zone.
Yeah, definitely love the red zone.
Yeah, it's like good. We can always use guys that can score touchdowns down in the red zone. So went to Indiana. You were a Hoosier for 5 years, correct? Got your business marketing degree there. What was that like, and how do you plan to maybe use that down the road at some point?
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully not anytime soon, but we'll see. It was great. Kelley School of Business, a really good business school up there in Indiana. Met my wife up there, and that's a blessing in itself. I love her so much, and she's honestly a huge reason of just me even being in this seat right now talking to you. So yeah, we'll see what it takes or where it takes me, that degree, but hopefully we don't have to use it soon.
Yeah, maybe like 10, 20 years down the road.
Yeah,
hopefully.
maybe something like golf related, really into golf, so
Okay.
we'll see.
All right, so just stop the whole interview because now you're talking. I mean, I was just watching the players before I came down to talk to you. Yeah. So like, I love golf. Have you looked into the region at all about like what's out there? Because there is golf everywhere you go down here in South Florida.
Yeah, that was something I realized. Once signing, I was like, there's golf year round.
Yes,
there is no off season.
I just go this weekend.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. What's the handicap? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, so I just had a 9-month-old son, so I haven't played in probably like a year, like maybe once or twice. So we're definitely in the teens, probably somewhere right now.
Okay, we'll get you dialed in here real quickly.
Yeah.
You mentioned the son. So 9-month-old. You said it's a little boy or a little girl.
So yeah, son, boy.
Little son.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what's been the I guess the biggest learning, the biggest thing you've taken away from being a father for 9 months?
Yeah, it goes fast.
Yeah,
I mean, he's already 9 months, and I'm just like, I miss the times when I could just fit him right here in my forearm. But yeah, I love him so much. It's awesome. He's really such a gift. Yeah, so there really hasn't been learning other than just like patience, and really I feel like I'm learning sacrifice for the first time, and really understanding. I understand it for myself, but sacrifice for someone else is definitely different.
Definitely sacrificing sleep, I'm sure, here and there.
Yeah.
Just wait till they get a little bit older. They try to take the food off your plate. Like my kids are always like, "Can I have it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess you can, because you're up next." So you're always trying to take something from you, and you give them back all the love in return, man. That's great to hear. So you also have a little dog named Winston.
Yep.
And I was kind of reading about your background at Indiana and how you downloaded this app called Rover, where you can babysit dogs, and you were like very into that. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up always having dogs, love dogs. So when I was in Indiana, I was like, I would love to have a dog, but didn't make sense with schedule and all that. So in the off season, I would do Rover, and I would dog sit for people. And there was one dog I remember. I took him into the facility with me, had him running around, running routes with me, stuff like that. And the owners just loved it. They got a big kick out of it. So yeah, that was my fix because I couldn't have a dog.
And
You probably got bit by a dog before, probably doing that job.
some work with the Tennessee Humane Society as well, or the National Humane Society as well, right?
Correct.
And what was that like?
That was cool. It was really awesome that there was a dog I was able to go take on a walk and kind of just create some awareness for a pet adoption week, and then ended up getting adopted. So it was really cool.
Yeah, that's a really cool thing to be a part of. You also won the Ed Block Courage Award back in 2021 with the Titans. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, I had a injury at the very end. It was almost like basically the last play. It was the last play for me. We had the wild card game against the Ravens, and it was a 2-minute drive, and got tackled, and had an injury with my ankle, and yeah, it was tough, especially right at the end of the season. It was finishing up my rookie year. I feel like it was a high note to end it like that was tough, but yeah, it was just put in the work and just was in there all the time, getting rehab, doing everything I could do to get back, and came back next year and had an even better year than the year before. And
just kind of kept it going from there now with the Miami Dolphins. I was going to close with, what are you most excited about to be in South Florida for? But it sounds like maybe that might be golf. But maybe
football first.
For sure.
But outside of football,
away from football, correct.
Golf.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So the way I will ask you the final question is, if you could just tell Dolphins fans, what are they going to get? What can they expect to see on Sundays with Nick Westbrook-Ikhine?
Yeah, I'm going to work my tail off. I feel like that's what I've done since I've been in the league, is just try to find a way. First, it was finding a way onto a team, and then once I was there, I was like, I don't want to leave. And so just kept working. And I feel like that in itself, too, is a gift that God has given me, just to work hard and just put my head down and grind it out and see how it ends up after.
Yeah, great stuff. New Dolphins wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Akine. Thank you for your time today. And
Shout out to that boy Nick Westbrook-Akine. I'm gonna check out his stats real quick throughout the years. So he played his whole career at Tennessee. Got drafted in 2020. First year had 33 yards. Second year had 476 yards after that injury that he suffered his first year. So that's pretty good right there. That's pretty good. But the next year he kind of died down, 397 yards. 370 yards, but then that year after he had the most yards of his career, 497 with Will Levis. We're gonna see if Tua's a good enough quarterback to maximize off of what numbers Akine put up. But at the same time, Akine, he was over there with Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins, but DeAndre Hopkins got traded mid-season, so that gave him more of an opportunity once DeAndre Hopkins got traded to the Chiefs. So that's probably why he put up so much touchdowns. That's probably why. But hey, we hoping we could get at least 6 in Miami. We hoping we could get at least 6, man. But shout out to Nick Westbrook-Akine, man. I like this edition. Him, James Daniels. I'm rocking with those. Next person, we got Ashton Davis. We're going to see what he talking about, man.
another edition of the Drive Time Podcast, Free Agency Edition. My guest today is new Dolphin safety, Ashton Davis. Ashton, what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing well. Happy to be here. Excited.
You came over to the good side.
Jets
Dolphins
so.
rivalry.
I guess so.
Got you down here now. What do you remember most about playing those games?
Shoot, the warm weather when we were down here.
Sure.
Yeah. That stadium, you know, you guys are always sitting in the shade and we're sitting there cooking in the sun. That's the most memorable thing, I think.
But now you are you guys.
Now I am.
You are one of us. But
Yes.
you've also got a few picks off of us, I think. If I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3. So
Yeah, I
no
think
more picking
4
off
actually.
our quarterbacks down. 4?
Who's counting?
Yeah, I guess you are. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, I remember being like, oh, there's Ashton Davis, another pick for the Dolphins. You, Ashton, and then like, I think Brandon Eccles got us a few times too. Yeah, so, and he also signed somewhere else as well. So making the Dolphins better and maybe the Jets a little bit worse too. So welcome in, man. How's it treating you so far?
You can never go wrong with that. You can never go wrong with that, man. I'm glad that we took him away from the Jets. I'm glad that we did, but they replaced him with a better safety, Andre Cisco. They replaced him, so we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see.
Building, South Florida, all that stuff.
Great. Flew in this morning, kind of just getting a lay of the land still. Introduced a lot of names. Probably gonna have to have some reintroductions, but it's been great so far. I'm loving it.
Santa Cruz kid, right?
Santa Cruz kid.
So the beach is probably calling your name a little
The
bit.
beach is calling my name, yeah. I actually don't surf at all, though.
Really?
Never been.
That surprises me. I would have thought maybe that's like a part of
Yeah.
the world where everyone surfs.
Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt. So when you think about going back to like your days at Cal, track team, walked on to the football team, right? When you think about going into your 6th year in the NFL after being a walk-on in college, and obviously a 3rd-round pick, so like you weren't like slept on at that point, but a walk-on is usually doesn't usually make it to this level. When you reflect upon all that, what comes to mind to you?
I think the biggest moment that comes to mind is I actually walked on for track too.
Okay.
And after my freshman year of track, they offered me a full ride scholarship, but with the condition that I couldn't play football. And
No wonder why he's so fast. No wonder. Track really works. If you're trying to get faster, track, that's the sport right there. Track and football.
thankfully my parents were, you know, I had to ask them first if that was okay, and they let me chase my dream with football, and ended up working out. So I think that was the most memorable, you know, decision, or like, you know, they were willing to take out a loan to help me pursue my dream, and I was able to do something with it. So that was the biggest thing I remember from college.
You go from walk-on to conference champion in track, walk-on to third-round draft pick, and like maybe could have gone even higher. Like you were a really good football player in college. That's like beating the odds in a lot of ways, right? Like that's pretty impressive.
It's kind of been the theme of my life, and ready to do it again.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So I know this is probably like ancient history, but in doing some work up on you and some research for this interview, like you didn't test after your last year in college, right? You were injured for the combine.
Correct.
So you didn't run. Did that bum you out? Because like.
Yeah, so combine came up, and was still kind of doing rehab and stuff for that. And then we were supposed to have pro days, but then the world ended in 2020.
Right.
So all the pro days were canceled, and I didn't get to run, which sucked. But, you know, whatever, everything happens for a reason, I guess, and ultimately led me here. So I think it was what had to happen.
Did you ever run a 40 at any point?
I was running a little bit in training.
What did you clock on that?
Before I was done with my rehab, I was running high 4.3s.
Okay, that's about what I thought you'd be, below
Damn.
the 4.4s, because like I said,
That's moving right there. High 4.3 for him too. For him, that's moving.
110 meter, like
I think there was some more meat on the bone. I was still, 8 weeks out of rehab or something. So, but yeah, I think I would have ran well.
you can kind of use that when you're playing 20 yards off the ball, playing that deep umbrella coverage, right? It's all over your tape.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you kind of like look forward to the chances to actually get a run long distance?
Yeah. Meet somebody in the alley, you know. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So in this defense, you'll have all kinds of opportunities to play all over the field. You've obviously played in the slot a little bit, all the safety positions, some quasi linebacker roles. Have you had a chance to meet with Coach Weaver yet?
I have.
Defense at all? Like, tell us about that.
I have. We've talked about it. Was able to get my iPad today so I can start, getting into the film and stuff like that, diving in, learning the verbiage and stuff. But yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff. I'm excited to get to work, excited to see what he has. We both seem to think it's going to be a good fit, so I'm looking forward to it.
It's a pretty in vogue defense across the NFL, right? There's a bunch of coaches off that Ravens tree, Weave being one of them that has called this defense. Do you kind of have a chance to have seen this defense really permeate throughout the league to know it very well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see it on tape from other teams all the time. As a defensive guy, you're not studying other people's defense, but you study players, and you study, at least myself, I study other players, and a lot of the times you're watching tape on offenses, who you're playing that week or whatever. But there's been times where I've sat back and watched a little bit of the Miami tape, and I like what I see.
So you talked about watching, obviously when you watch tape, you watch our offense. We talked about playing here a little bit, but when you watch the Dolphins offense, what stood out to you on tape there?
Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Easier.
yeah, I know. That's the main thing, everyone talks about it in the league. You got a whole track team over there, and a lot of super talented guys, and who do you lean to in coverage when you got guys that can do what they can do? So it's an explosive offense. It's a dangerous offense, and I'm glad to be a part of it now.
On the
I
other
guess.
side of the ball, right?
Yeah.
Watching him, playing against him in practice, and
Right.
that's a good segue to my next question, because you've experienced this as a player over your 5 years. Like, the league has really changed in terms of how defenses are structured, and I think Waddle and Tyreek are probably a big reason for that, with having teams play a lot of 2 high and even 3 high coverages. When you think about how the league has changed to that, how is that shift? I guess maybe your job as a player, that maybe you cover less ground back there, but you're not playing in the box as much. Have you had that experience, or?
Yeah, it's I think it's all game plan stuff. You go against the guys like that. You're thinking about the bomb and don't give up the bomb. But yeah, I think anytime you got guys like that on the other side of the field, you gotta know where they're at, and you gotta be aware of how they can hurt you, and that dictates a lot of the coverages that you'll be in and things like that. And like you said before, glad to be on the same team as those guys now.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk a little bit about some non-football stuff. When you think about, or not think about, but just like yourself as a person, what's some of your hobbies, things that you're into off the field that you can get into down here?
I'm just competitive. I think something I really took up was pickleball.
Oh, really?
Something where like a low impact thing where I can still compete in something. It's not. I used to play a lot of basketball, and obviously that's a little bit more high impact. So took up pickleball, just anything outside really. I used to be a big gamer in 2020, back when the world ended, but I haven't played a ton since. Yeah, really, I'll compete in anything. I'll play in chess. Like I just like competing in things.
Competing against guys. Yeah, pickleball. I think Florida's like the country's capital for pickleball. I mean,
It's got to be Florida, California, right?
Yeah. Warm weather. A little bit of golf. You play any golf?
I'm terrible at golf, but I play. I play, but I'm terrible.
I feel like players are more and more starting to say they're getting into golf these days. So
Yeah,
maybe you can
absolutely,
follow
definitely.
suit there. How about let's talk some pack.
I might go golfing one day. I might mess around and go golfing.
12 football. You good with that? I mean, you played at Cal. I went to Washington State. Go Cougs. Everyone knows that. I asked you this question off the air, but I want to have you repeat it again. I've asked every player that's come through here through the Pac-12, what was the toughest environment to play in college in that conference?
I thought it's got to be between Autzen and Washington. We played in Autzen in Oregon when they were ranked and they were, they had like a lot of big name guys. And I remember that stadium was rocking, but I only played there one time. And I remember Washington was always jumping, no matter what year it was, if they were, ranked or not, that stadium was rocking. So it's got to be one of those two.
The only stadium that you can really yacht gate, they call it. You can tailgate on yachts at Washington Stadium there, right off Lake Washington. So that's a pretty cool environment. And that must have been the Justin Herbert era at Oregon when you played there, right?
Yep.
So that must have been a pretty fun game to play in there.
Absolutely.
So he probably played against Javon Holland. Javon Holland, he played defense. Ashton Davis played defense, but they're probably on the field at the same time at a certain point.
What are your thoughts on what's happened to the Pac-12, man? Like, it breaks my heart.
Yeah, it's crazy. I never saw that coming. We got two schools in Stanford and Cal that now play primarily East Coast games. And
it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It sounds like an interesting situation for those guys, but I don't know. I'm interested to see how it progresses moving forward.
Yeah, how it evolves. Because Miami had that game in Cal last year. It was like 11 o'clock at night. It was like, that's too late for me.
I planned on watching it, but we played last year. We played in London during that, so it started at 4 a.m. I think. Yeah, no chance.
More important fish to fry at that point.
Yeah.
We'll close with this, Ashton. If you can tell the Dolphins fans, what are they going to get in you as a player on the field? Like, what are they getting in Ashton Davis?
A competitor. Effort, technique, violence. That's kind of my brand of football, and I'm going to give you everything that I got and try to make the other people better around me. So I look forward to it. Can't wait.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate your time. And
I just feel like Anthony Weaver, he going to do his thing with Ashton Davis, man. He going to do his thing. Like, it seemed like Ashton Davis, he don't have the size you want. He big enough, but he don't have the size that you really want. But he has the speed, the range, tackling ability, cover ability. It's iffy, but when you have that type of speed, 4.3 speed, you trust them in cover situations against anybody. So hopefully Ashton Davis could go in there and just hold it down for the Dolphins, man. Don't fuck it up, man. Please don't. Please. Right here we have his combine profile. Will eventually be an average starter, 6'2", 6'1", 202 pounds. He's from Cali. Yeah, Cali boy. Got picked in the 3rd round by the Jets. Pick number 4. Production score is 68. Athleticism score 84. Total score is 77. 14 on the bench. And like he told y'all, since this was the COVID-19 year, he ain't get to perform. He didn't. But I know that he has a fast 40, a fast 10-yard split. I just know that. Probably a decent vertical jumper as well. He's on the more athletic side for safety. Some people really just like bypassing Ashton Davis like he nothing, but he's something. He's something. Just depends on if you have the right head coach to work with him. If you do, we could make something happen with him. We could make something happen. His arm length is the same as mine. 30 inches and a half. That's about the size of my arms right there. That's not good for a safety. Safety, I want you at least 32 inch arms. The longer the arms, the better you are as a tackler. But Ashton Davis, he shows on film like he a pretty good tackler, but sometimes he be missing. Not 100%. Sometimes he do be missing. Ashton Davis. See what he got going on. Check out his Twitter real quick.
Ashton Davis here, just touched down in Miami. Excited to be here, excited to work. Go Fins. What's up, Miami fans? Ashton Davis here, just touched down in Miami. Excited to be here, excited to work. Go Fins.
Hey, this is the closest thing you're going to get to Cali, dog. This is the closest thing you're going to get to Cali, man. But shout out to Ashton Davis joining the Dolphins. Welcome to the team. Kader Cole, who already following him, Nick Needham. They need him acting like he gonna be a Dolphin. Raekwon Davis following him. That's interesting right there. Javon Holland following him. Javon Holland already changed his profile picture. Damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. All right. Next, what am I going to show y'all? Next, we're going to be going over Artie Burns, the newest Miami Dolphin, man. Welcome back to the 305. Welcome back to the crib, man. You know, we missed you over here, man. We missed you. Artie Burns, he's about 6'1", 6 foot, 190. I give him that. 190. Went to the University of Miami. That's one thing I do like about him. The Dolphins never really get people from the U, even though they're in our backyard. The only person we got from the U is Jalen Phillips, but he wasn't even originally from the U. He went to UCLA, then transferred over to the University of Miami. So you could count that, but to me, that don't really count. But hey, I'll take it for now. He was ranked number 52 in the whole nation coming out of high school. He plays safety and cornerback for Northwestern. Ranked number 12 in Florida. Number 12. Yeah, he was a highly rated cornerback coming out. Highly rated. He should have been a 5-star, to be honest. He had LSU offer, Florida State offer, Alabama offer, Louisville. The list just keep on going. Ohio State, West Virginia, Arkansas. I know he had more offers than this. No way this was all he had. No way. But hey, I could respect him because he had the choice of going to all these schools, and he still chose the University of Miami. So I could definitely respect somebody who did that. You want to put on for the crib. So he definitely did a move like this by staying at home and committing to the Miami Dolphins. I bet this was like a dream of his to play for the Dolphins. He probably went to a lot of the Dolphins games when he was younger, when he was at Northwestern. That's Teddy Bridgewater school as well. That's his school. Let me see who else he was ranked with in high school in Florida. Oh, he was up there with Laremy Tunsil, Vernon Hargraves. I haven't heard about him in a little minute. Derrick Henry was number 3 in all of Florida. RP Alex Collins, he died a few years ago. Kelvin Taylor, the son of Fred Taylor, ain't really do nothing in the NFL. Mackenzie Alexander, he was a former Dolphin, but he tore his Achilles at practice. He even played one game with us. Not even one game. DeMarcus Walker, I think he with the Bears right now. Ryan Green, haven't heard of him. Leon McQuay, haven't heard of him in a little minute. Daniel McMillan, he went to my Gators, but haven't heard from him. Artie Burns, he was ranked above Joey Bosa. Who else he was ranked above? I remember Rashad Robinson, remember him. Greg Bryant, RP to him, man. He was like the best player in Palm Beach around this time. Best player in Palm Beach. He died too. There go Eddie Jackson. He was number 21, Eddie Jackson. Who else do we remember? Keanu Neal, he just retired. Who else? I remember him, Jamal Carter. He was in the league for a little bit. Jaron Curse, a linebacker. I don't think he signed to anybody yet. He played for the Cowboys, a year or two ago. Keith Bryant, RP to him. He was another good player out of Palm Beach that died. RP to him. Who else? Not a lot of people made it out of this class. Not a lot. Will Likely, another good player from Palm Beach. Roderick Johnson, another good player from Palm Beach. Palm Beach was lit this year. Palm Beach was definitely lit. But I'm not gonna go through the whole list. That's gonna be too much work. They go Mike White. He was ranked number 78, former Miami Dolphin, ranked number 78. Uh, who else? I think he in the NFL right now. I'm not too sure. That name look familiar. Yeah, let me stop at 100. I can't go through all these prospects, but yeah, Artie Burns, he was ranked number 12 out of all of Florida, the 12th best player, man. So Artie Burns, he's a high caliber player coming out of Miami, high caliber player. So if you're not used to Miami, you're probably not gonna know too much about Artie Burns unless you do your research like we're doing right now. So Artie Burns, I feel like he hasn't lived up to his potential in the NFL. I thought he was going to be a better cornerback than this coming in, but it just seems like it's not working out for him. He got long arms, 33 and a quarter, 6 foot, 193. He got the traits, 4.46 40. That's good. 1.53 10-yard split. That's good. Vertical jump, 31.5. I don't know about that, man. I want to see you at least at 35, to be honest, for a cornerback, because if you're going up against a big receiver and he jump and get the ball, what are you gonna do at that point? You can't jump as high as him, so that's a little iffy right there. But with everything else, you can really work with it. You can work with it with Artie Burns, man. You can, but I'm hoping that Jalen Ramsey could help him out so he can improve. Being a cornerback, playing on the other side of Jalen Ramsey, that should give you all the motivation that you need. All the motivation that you need to become the better version of yourself, the best version of yourself, because that's what we really want from Artie Burns. If we don't get that, then the Dolphins not going to be a good team. But I don't think we got him as a starter. I think we got him as a depth piece. A depth piece. So you're going to fight it out with Melifonwu, Cam Smith, Ethan Bonner, Maitrey, Isaiah Johnson, Jalen Ramsey, off rip, solid, cornerback 1. Everybody else, y'all fighting for that cornerback 2. Maybe if we invest in cornerback with our number 13th overall pick, I'm pretty sure that's going to be cornerback 2, off rip. And then all those guys that we signed and who we have on the roster right now will fight for that cornerback 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what's going to happen. So don't think that because the Dolphins drafted Artie Burns, we're still not in the market for a cornerback in the draft with the 13th overall pick. I think we could still make that move. Will Johnson is sounding nicer by the day, us adding him to the team. Sounding nicer by the day, but we still got to address the D line, man, the D tackle room. We still got to get somebody in there. I'm hearing that the Bengals are interested in Calais, the Steelers. That's what I'm hearing. So that's scaring me right there. If that happens, then we might have to, trade up in the first round to get a cornerback and a D tackle. Unless you like somebody in the later rounds, then okay, we're good. But still, we still need some cornerback help. But hey, it's a good start with getting Artie Burns, hometown kid. We might get the best out of him since he's from Miami. We might get the best out of him. So I do like this signing. It's not the best signing, but I do like this signing. It makes sense. Just like when we brought back Duke Johnson to the Dolphins, similar to that. We brought back Frank Gore to the Dolphins, similar to that. Olivier Vernon, a UM player. He got drafted by the Dolphins, but just having that UM presence, people from Miami on the Miami Dolphins, it really brings a different light to the team. It really does, man. And the team and the people in Miami going to support the team more because you're riding for the people who are from Miami. That's how it works, man. I'm pretty sure, I know this ship has sailed if Lamar Jackson was a Miami Dolphin, man. you will see way more people at the games, way more people at practice. I'm telling you right now. Telling you right now, man. So with Artie Burns, he might bring people. He might bring some people out. He might bring some people out. I don't know how big his family is, but they're gonna step out for him. They're gonna step out. He was a first round pick number 25 to the Steelers. To the Steelers, man. So I wouldn't say he a bust. He's still in the NFL, but he hasn't lived up to that cornerback one potential. He hasn't lived up to it. It seems like he's more so of a 2 or 3, and he's okay with that. He reached his ceiling in the NFL. In college, he could be a cornerback 1, but in the NFL, cornerback 2, 3, or 4. 2, 3, or 4. Let's see right here. So, hey, this is crazy. 88.6? He was the highest rated cornerback in the NFL? No way. He probably ain't have a snap count of 51 snaps. So that makes sense. That makes sense, man. But that's wild. 88.6, man. 88.6. But that number probably going down if he played more snaps in this. Probably going down, man. But I still fuck with Artie Burns a long way. 88.6 overall grade, pass rush grade. So hey, we could blitz him if we really need to. At any time, we could definitely blitz him. 73.3 grade. Run defense 59.5. Coverage grade 89.6. 89.6. But like I'm saying, only 51 snaps. This is why you can't really listen to PFF all the time. You can't listen to them boys all the time, man. Because of stuff like this. At least 100 snaps, not 51. Not 51, man. That's not fair to the other guys who probably got like 300 snaps and they got a close grade to this. Probably not as good, but a close grade. But hey, I'll take it. But Dolphins do not get fooled. Don't think that this means that he a cornerback 1. Do not think that this means he a cornerback 1. I dare y'all to put him out there at cornerback 1 and see what happens. Against T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, we got the Bengals this year at home. So Jamar Chase versus Jalen Ramsey, T. Higgins versus whoever's that cornerback number 2. Most like as of right now, it's between Melifonwu and Burns. But I don't know. I just feel like Burns gonna have that fire in him since he back at the crib and he might beat out Melifonwu. We're probably gonna use him a lot as like a safety type of guy who could come in at cornerback as well. So I think as of right now, if you had to choose somebody to be that cornerback number 2, it's Artie Burns. That's what I feel like. Maybe y'all think something different. Let me know in the comments. Next, we got Artie Burns, Antonio Brown, from way back in the day when they were on the Steelers. They all gonna talk about Miami and what they love about Miami, so on and so forth. But let's check this out, man. Once upon a time, Steelers, they love Miami people. They love Miami people until they met AB. Once they met AB, that's when I noticed the Steelers don't get people from Miami or South Florida no more, because they probably think AB crazy. But hey, look how much production AB brought y'all. Maybe that's y'all problem. Y'all not getting no Florida kids no more. Maybe that's y'all problem, man. But let's check this out.
This season, there are 202 players in the NFL that call Florida home. And there are 11 Steelers from the Sunshine State currently on the roster, with 3 of them coming from the same county. Antonio Brown, Eli Rogers, and Artie Burns grew up in Liberty City, an area known for its high levels of crime. I had a chance to sit down with the trio to talk about their upbringing and what they endured to make it to the pinnacle of their profession. Artie, we'll start with you. Being a rookie coming in, what is it like to have 2 other Miami-Dade County guys on the team?
It's a good feeling, just to have people that's from the same environment that you from, and the same city that can relate.
Who on the Dolphins from Miami right now? Who on the Dolphins from Miami? Nobody? Yeah, I don't think nobody on the Dolphins from Miami. I don't think so. Hold on, let me look that up real quick. Miami Dolphins roster.
Miami Dolphins have more than 60 athletes on its roster. Here are the first three: Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle.
If Miami got nobody from Miami from the roster, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Let me zoom out. I'm looking at the roster real quick. I could tell by face who from Miami. Ryan Cooper, is he from Miami? I don't think so. They don't say the hometown here. He looked like he's from Miami. The hair looked like he's from Miami. They really do. Storm Duck, he might be from Miami. He had that look. Tyreek Hill, he was born in Miami, but he said that he was raised in Georgia. That's what he claimed. Isaiah Johnson, I think he's from Miami. You know, the people who are from Miami are not like high caliber people. No high caliber people from Miami. So that got to stop sooner rather than later. You know, Jonnu Smith, he kind of counts, but he from Philadelphia. And then he committed to FIU. So he spent a lot of time in Miami. Yeah, I can't find nobody from Miami, to be honest, bro. We got to change that by the Dolphins. We got to change that, man. Adding Miami players to the Miami Dolphins is like adding a booster to your team, because you could never know that you could get like the better version of this player just because he's from this place. You know, just like with Ultimate Team on Madden, you know, if you get a lot of people like old school players, new school players who played for your team that you're using on Ultimate Team, it will give your team a boost to be that much better. You know, so Miami, y'all got to do better than this, man. Y'all got to have somebody from Miami, bro. So, Artie, you're going to be out there by yourself, fam. I'm sorry, fam.
To you, like a big brother to you, so you go down the same path, you know, learn all the things they was taught, and then just falling real quick.
Eli, how much did you know about AB growing up? Obviously, you played with Artie.
Growing up, I didn't really know too much about him. I knew a little bit about him. You know, he was one of my favorite receivers. So, you know, that's all I really knew.
What AB looking at, dog? What is AB looking at, man? Sink or swim, baby. Not drafting Florida boys is the Dolphins' problem. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Now I'm noticing it, bro. Now I see the light. Huntley. Okay, Huntley, yeah, but, you know, we don't have like a starter who's from Miami. You know, like a official starter. Last person I could really remember was, I can't read what, but Duke Johnson? I think so.
I don't know.
AB, what does it mean to be from Miami, and what does football mean to the city?
Well, it means a lot coming from Miami. Down in Liberty City, where all of us from. You know, it's harsh. You know, it's a different upbringing, a rough upbringing, a lot of distraction. And for us to get to this position, not only this position from Eli going to Louisville and Artie going to Miami, the circumstances of family and the things that we had for us to go through as teenagers helped us be in this position that we're in right now.
You talked about some of the distractions, the bad things in Miami, but Miami has the most players in the NFL. Is it something to be proud of?
Absolutely.
Like, it made no sense. Miami got the most players in the NFL, but Dolphins don't even got one of them. Makes no sense at all, man.
Something that we all excited of. You know, Saturdays and Sundays in Miami. Everyone's setting up tents around the football field, under that tent with coolers and Capri Suns, and they're looking forward to football.
Do you guys talk about it? What you went through growing up in Miami and getting to this point, the pinnacle of playing football?
Just talk about, you know, the different situations that's going on down in Miami, you know, right now. Grateful to make it out, you know. We just always keep that understanding with us. You know, it kind of like, you know, unite us and kind of bring us together in a way, in a sense. It's hard. It's hard. So, you know, we talk about it and, you know, just accept what's real and, you know, what it is.
What do you guys think when you hear people talk about Miami? They think South Beach, the glitz, the glamour, the nice restaurants. What do you guys think when you hear that?
Man, cross the bridge.
Yeah. It's only like one little, like 1/4 of the whole city, really. Like once you get on that expressway, it's only like it take you straight there, so you don't really see like the heart of like the true Miami.
Do you look forward to playing there? To maybe have some family and friends who aren't able to make it to Pittsburgh to ever see you guys play in a professional game?
You know, it's always a blessing. It's always, you know, a great feeling playing in front of your family, your friends who you grew up with. And, you know, this will be me and Artie's first time on this stage in front of our friends and family members. So, you know, it's an exciting feeling.
Well, everyone's going to be excited. The whole city's coming out, you know, to support us, to cheer us on. And that's what it's about, you know, being an example for those kids in Miami and showing those kids that it's a way, you know.
I remember I used to have a mohawk. I remember that time. Those times were crazy, man. Mohawks were popular.
Make it through all that things that they're able to see at an early age, you know, the things that we've been able to see at an early age. We still find a way to.
You could tell AB was a bad kid, man. You can tell AB was a bad kid.
Get it done, and us being in this position and being able to play, coming back home to Miami, it's going to get a lot of people excited.
What's the hardest thing each of you went through in Miami?
Just the decision making, you know, probably the one of the hardest things.
I say the same thing with Eli, you know, just making the right decision, you know, because you can make that one wrong decision and it could turn your whole journey the wrong way.
I mean, we probably could tell you a million, probably worse stories, but you know, it's all about us being disciplined to make the decision we made to separate ourselves from no distraction to be in the position we in right now. You know, we're like a band of brothers. We go on pregame walks and just keeping each other encouraged and inspired through all circumstances. I know I could count on these guys. I know I could come to them and talk to them about anything. We've been rooted together from Miami, and when he was at Louisville, you know, we were cheering for him. When Artie was at Miami, we were cheering for him. When he was going through his stuff with his family, we rooting for him and encouraging him, and that's how we, you know, we stay connected as brothers.
Shout out to that boy, Artie Burns. Hey, watch out, that boy. He gonna burn you. He gonna burn you. Right here we have his Instagram. Check out how life has been going for him. That's him and his wife. Oh, he got 3 kids already? Damn. That way he been popping them out. Okay. Hey, Artie. You see, she got the old Northwestern jersey on, his high school jersey. You know, I wish I had somebody like that. I wish I had a female that's down to ride like this, man. I wish, bro. Already with the Seahawks.
Okay.
His son gonna get all the girls, man. Artie's son gonna get all the girls, man. Oh, that boy already taking visits to colleges. That boy not playing. Okay. Okay, young one. That's Artie and his wife. And they have beautiful kids, man. I'm not gonna lie. Beautiful kids. That boy smooth. See, Artie, he looked like a Miami kid. You could tell like he a Miami kid, man. Most definitely. Them out at the beach.
I heard them turkeys coming.
No copyright. Artie put in work. No, Artie, he been through a lot, man. He been through a lot. I forgot what exactly he went through. I think his mom died or something like that. His mom or dad died. He's been through a lot, bro. But he's still doing his thing, still in the league. He got some brothers too. I don't know where they at currently. That boy grinding, man. Definitely grinding. Yeah, I think that's his brothers right here. But he ain't tag him though. I would go to his page. I think his brother played at UM too. His brother got recruited to UM, but he ain't make it to the league like his older brother. He didn't. He still got all the old school pictures on his page. When he was with the Steelers, that's him and Joe Hayden. Florida Gator. You see the Gator tattoo right there? Y'all see it. Yeah, there goes his brother. His brother went to a school called Pine Richland. You know, so he ain't live up to what Artie Burns did in his career. Artie Burns went to UM, went to the league, but his brother went to Pine Richland. That's probably like a D3 school. Probably like a D3 school. No, that's not him. Crib. Yeah, he happy to be a Miami Dolphin. He happy. He definitely happy. Shout out to Drew Rosenhaus. He got the deal done for him. Shout out to Drew. I'm guessing this is his page right here. Yeah, but it's good to see that Artie, he's still doing well. This is Hardy. I forgot this guy's name. What's his name? Scotty one. What is it? Rashawn Scott from Miami? Ray Sean Scott. I forgot about him. He was a pretty good receiver for Miami back in the day. Pretty good receiver. Pretty good receiver. Yeah, he probably got his Northwestern stuff here. See, there go his brother at Northwestern. That's him and AB. I got some clips of him going up against AB as well coming up. So stay tuned for that. Boom. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. He can move pretty well for a big corner. He can move pretty well. I'm going way back. I don't care what y'all say. I'm going way, way back. Way back. There goes Mark Walton. He was a Dolphin for a little bit, but then he ended up getting in trouble. Then we had to cut him. Too much off the field issues. He was a very talented running back at UM. Very talented, but he just couldn't hold up. Man. That's what I'm saying. Like, guys who played the amount of years in the NFL like Artie Burns did, I don't consider them a bust. Even though they haven't played up to their fullest potential, I just don't consider them a bust. I don't.
Hey, if I catch it out like it, man, hey, I'm in the shit, man.
Let's do that, boy.
You know how I'm gonna do that, boy. I'm gonna cut through, boom, bam, bam, spray on his ass, shit, man.
That's
Look,
wild.
nigga, hey, if I catch it out like it, man, hey, I'm.
That's wild, man. We just learning about the new Dolphin, man. That's all we doing. They go Allen Hurns. I remember him back in the day. They go Tracy Howard. He was a good cornerback coming out of Miami. I actually went to JUCO with him. Yeah, this bring back good memories, man. Good memories. But it seemed like he got all the old school stuff here. I'm not going to go through all of it. Man. Next, we got some clips of Artie.
Went through.
Right here, we have Mike Tomlin and the general manager Kevin Colbert, talking about their first round selection, Artie Burns. Let's check out what they had to say.
We're proud and excited to draft a cornerback out of University of Miami, Artie Burns. Solid young man. Went through a little bit of tragedy this year with his mother passing during the season.
Mm-hmm.
He fought his way through that, came out the other side, and put together a solid year where, he ended up amassing 6 interceptions and putting himself among the top corners in this draft class.
Wow. So that happened in Miami. Right before he left to go to the NFL draft, he put up 6 interceptions after his mom died. Man. So, hey, that's real right there. That's real. Definitely real, man. Right here, Artie Burns, he's going to talk about that situation a little bit. Let's check this out.
I make sure everything I do, every move I make is for.
What would it mean for you to be able to realize your NFL dream with everything that you've gone through the last few months?
Well, it means a lot, I had a lot of people rooting for me, I'm a guy that like to see other people smile, and doing that,
Yeah, I felt bad when that happened, man. I did feel bad. I thought he was gonna give up football when his mom died. That's what I thought, but he still kept on going. Right here, we got a clip of Artie Burns against Tyler Boyd, still in the NFL. I think he's a free agent right now, but let's check this out.
It's like the only thing he's covering.
One thing about Artie, I don't think he's like the best zone coverage cornerback. I feel like he fits better as a man cornerback, not no zone cornerback. Because Tyler Boyd, he's not that good of a receiver for him to be cooking him like this. He not. So Artie, I feel like you want to make sure that he could put his hands on the receiver, not put him 5-10 yards away from whoever he's covering. Those situations he doesn't really do too well in. But if you're just telling him to cover somebody one-on-one, yeah, he could execute like that. He could definitely execute.
It's like the only thing he's covering is a post. Yes. If you're on a post, okay.
But we got to put Artie in the right situations as to where he can't get burnt. He can't get skinned. It's impossible. It's impossible, but it is possible with a guy of his stature, his speed, his size. So we can make something work. It's just gonna be on him to see how hard he works on and off the field. And if he actually hits up Jalen Ramsey, like, hey man, I need help with this. He hits up, Jalen Ramsey. He's the only veteran presence in our DB room, so everybody gonna have to look up to Jalen Ramsey. The only veteran presence, man. So Jalen Ramsey, he got a lot on his plate this year, but hopefully the rookie cornerback that we bring in shows that he's a starting quality cornerback. That's what we're praying for, man. That's what we're praying for. If not, we got these other guys that we're going to test out. Melifanu, Artie Burns, you name it. We got all those guys that we could test out to see who's going to be the best fit to be cornerback number 2 for the Miami Dolphins. We got all those guys. Right here, he got into it a little bit with our former player, Jarvis Landry. Let's check this out. Burns not playing. He from Miami for real. He crashing out. That boy crashing out. But Jarvis Landry, he a talker. He's a talker. He could get under anybody's skin. He can. And he got under Artie's. He seemed like a chill, cool dude. But if you get him mad, he gonna snap on you. He gonna snap on you. That boy took off his helmet right after that. He was ready for war. Ready for war. Right here we have Artie Burns versus Antonio Brown. This should be a good one. Let me see if I could adjust the quality. Okay, it's already good enough. Let's check this out. Antonio Brown, one of the best receivers of all time, top 30, top 20, you name it. So this is a good matchup right here. Miami versus Miami. Who gonna win this one? Who gonna win?
Ball.
Coverage by Artie.
Good D, boy.
Ball.
Like his long arms is so good. Whenever that ball go up, all he gotta do is put his arm up and then swipe it back down. Real good job of him playing that ball in the air. And he got up there too with AB. AB, he jumped high on this one. AB got up there on this one. Yeah, AB got up there. Boom. But good job by Artie Burns getting his hand in there, knocking the ball out. This is like very good work for his career in regards to if he does have to go up against a very good receiver. You got the experience going up against a good receiver like Antonio Brown that can help you out in the future.
Ball.
We got a lot of tough receivers on our schedule, so we really want to see the best out of you. We know you're not going to beat everybody who lines up in front of you, but, just as long as you could hold up strong, you don't lose us the game, we could work with you, Artie. We could work with you. Here's another rep of him versus Antonio Brown. Let's check this out. So he was locking up Antonio Brown at practice, but in the game, it's just a different story. Maybe he's used to Antonio Brown. That's why he was so easy at locking him up. But, if you show me that you could cover AB around this time, he was considered the best receiver in all the NFL. The best receiver of all the NFL. So him doing this to AB shows you that there was some type of potential. The Steelers got Artie Burns for a first-round pick for a reason. They got him for a reason. Hopefully we could get that first-round pick Artie Burns out of him. hopefully, since he back at the crib, that's what we're hoping for. We don't want the 3rd round pick, 4th round pick, 5th round pick, Artie Burns. We want the 1st round pick, Artie Burns, on the Dolphins. That's what we want. Right here, you have Antonio Brown and Artie Burns talking about Miami.
He's a Miami guy with a lot of talent, a lot of speed, long range. Remind me a lot of you. You know, when Ike was playing, Ike was the OG on the corner, and I had to try to find a way every day to try what I'm doing to try to compete against him. And it's the same scenario all over again. You know, top corner on our team, and just going against him every day, long and rangy. Got a tremendous makeup speed, and we're just here to get each other better every day. And you know, we just coaching each other up so when the game comes, we can make the game easy.
Yeah, so Antonio Brown, he was giving them high praise around the time where both of them were on the Steelers. You know, right now, Antonio Brown, he crazy right now. That CTE definitely coming in. But it's good to hear that Antonio Brown had to say that about Artie Burns. You know, with him saying that about Artie Burns, you would expect him to be a top cornerback right now. You would expect that, but Artie Burns, he's just trying to find his way, trying to find the right team. Hopefully, the Dolphins are the right team to bring the best out of him. You know, we're just trying to bring the best out of him, and we're trying to use him being from Miami to our advantage to see if we can get the best out of him.
Been working on as far as your anticipation goes?
I mean, you know, just want to get better every year. You know, I feel like, you know, me, myself, and the coaches, you know, they will keep seeing progress, you know. So, you know, me getting my hands on more balls, you know, that's progress.
Is that something that's needed for this defense?
Oh, definitely. You know, whenever we get turnovers, you know, that help us, you know, help the offense, you know, get them more possessions and we get off the field.
So how does that come about, like the recognition and, you know, is that something that has to be learned over a period of time? Or
What's that?
In terms of just jumping balls the way you have to get?
You know, just skill. That just comes with skill, you know, being able to, you know, win at the top of the routes, you know, on the breaks, you know, and just being able to get in between the ball.
What did you see on the 7 shots yesterday? Pick on AB in the end zone.
I just kind of figured we were coming to the end of the play, you know, and I looked back at the quarterback and the ball was coming, you know, so I had a chance to jump right in front of it, you know, and that's what I did.
You ran that route almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you sense that he was going to cut that way? How did you know?
You know, it's just a certain time in the play where you feel like, you know, it's coming to an end, you know, and I just felt like it was coming to an end, and I just took my shot, you know, and most times, you know, sometimes the guy may miss, he probably could have broke out, you know, but that time he broke in, you know, and I made a play on the ball.
What's your sense, Artie, for how much they need you to improve this year and be a dominant guy?
Well, you know, the win period, you know, secondary, last line of defense, you know, if we could be the best, you know, the best line on the defense, you know, and we'll always be good, you know, get the ball down, you know, and stop all the deep plays.
Hey, we're going to need that from you this year, fam. Definitely going to need that from you.
Specifically, personally, going into your 3rd year, former #1 pick, start early.
Yeah, definitely, you know, the expectations with that, you know, so I got to live up to it.
Do you feel the pressure?
No, I mean, I just got to get better, you know, there's no pressure, you know, I joined this sport to, you know, to be the best, you know, I got to keep working to be the best, you know, I go against AB every day, you know, he helped me with that every day.
You seem more serious this year, maybe even salty.
Oh, no, I'm not salty. I just want to get better every year, you know, like you said, it's my 3rd year, you know, it's time to, you know, really start chipping in, you know, and showing what I can do.
Is there things you can do in the offseason to help towards that?
You know, just put in the work, you know, and you put in the work and it'll pay off.
Do you believe in teams having a 1 and a 2 at cornerback?
No, I mean, we both out there, so we both ones, you know, so I don't really see all that.
You talked about AB possibly doing an out route on.
Yeah, I know Jalen Ramsey would love to hear that right there.
You know, just put in the work, you know, and you put in the work and it'll pay off.
Do you believe in teams having a 1 and a 2 at cornerback?
No, I mean, we both out there, so we both ones, you know, so I don't really see all that.
You talked about AB.
But if you out there, you better play like you on one. That's all I'm going to say. You better play like you on one.
Possibly doing an out route on that 7 shots.
Yeah.
Is there kind of a fine line between, you know, kind of jumping a route and knowing where it's going to go versus, you know, someone going out or going move or something like? Is there kind of a fine line between, hey, it's going to go this way and maybe another way?
Yeah, definitely. You know, you could feel the speed of the receiver. You know, and during the time of the play, you know, a play only could go for so long. You know, so once you just figure out that timing of it, you know, that's when you pick a chance to, you know, make a play on the ball.
What's Coach Bradley's philosophy on that? Does he give you the green light to do that, or does he want you to?
I mean, that's just kind of playing football on your own. You know, just reps and muscle memory, just being able to be put in those positions a lot of times and just making plays on the ball.
You've gotten a couple on him. He's gotten you a couple times.
Yeah.
Is there much conversation going on?
Yeah, you know, it's a little bit, but you know, it's all coming from a good place. You know, we just want to see each other get better and win that Super Bowl.
What does he say after you get a pick?
You know, he don't really say too much, you know, but when he catch that touchdown, you know, that's when you see what he do, you know, go to the crowd and flex up and all that, you know.
What about that last game you played?
Oh, Jacksonville game?
Yeah, how would you judge your performance there?
It was good, you know. I feel like I gave it that deep pass, you know. It kind of could have stopped a lot of things, but you know, that's something I learned from, you know, something I want to work on, you know. So, you know, I get in that situation again, you know, I make a better play for the team.
That's a hard part of that position. You can make 60 good plays and everybody remembers the one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what we live with.
How do you work on that?
That's real right there. That's real.
It don't really matter if I had deep up or not. You know, I feel like it's my responsibility. You know, that's the job they gave me to be out there to cover. You know, so I gotta live up to that responsibility.
Joe said he was supposed to get over there. Joe's taking the blame for that.
Well, I'll take the blame for that. It was on me.
Accountability. I like that right there. I do like that right there, man. Shout out to Artie Burns. We got him against Juju Smith-Schuster. Let's check this out. Good coverage. Oh, he still caught that? Oh, that's incomplete. Good coverage right there. That's crazy, man. But good job by Artie covering. You know, make sure you're not holding, fam. Make sure you're not holding, and you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be just fine. No holding. All right. But yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about Artie Burns becoming a Miami Dolphin, man. Do you think this is a good move, bad move? Let me know in the comments. Please let me know in the comments. Next person, we got our new punter, Ryan Stonehouse, out of Tennessee. You know, a lot of people saying that he's in a 4-4. And, you know, there are some NFL teams interested in signing him, but he eventually chose the Miami Dolphins. And we could work with this. You know, special teams, it is important, even though I don't cover special teams, but it is important. And I think that Ryan Stonehouse, he could definitely help our defense getting good field position. He could definitely help them boys out, but you just got to find that right niche, you know, that right field, that right team, and then he could probably explode to be the best punter in the NFL. He probably can. Probably can. 5'11", 170. Damn, that boy was small. He was a 2-star recruit coming out of high school. Had an offer from Colorado State. He had California, Cornell, Eastern Washington, Arizona. Yeah, he had a large amount of offers on his account. A large amount. Wait, only 11. My bad. My bad. But maybe it's a lot of like D2, 3D, NAIA deals, probably. You name it. But he chose the best school. Colorado State, he did choose the best school. There's other decent options, but hey, if that's where you want to take your talents, take your talents there. Take your talents there. All right. We're gonna look at his PFF from last year. 56.1. That definitely could need some work, but I think we'll be fine. We got him for a reason because of the leg strength. Now you really just gotta like fine tune his skills to the point where he's the perfect punter. I think it's capable of him being in like the top 5, top 10 punters in the NFL. I don't know about number 1. I do not know about number 1, but top 5, top 10 for sure if he gets everything settled. Everything. All right. Let's see what else I got for y'all. Just bear with me real quick. Okay. All right. Right here we have our new punter here at Tennessee Titans practice. We're gonna see how his kit looking like, man. How far, how high it can go. We're gonna see. But shout out to that boy Billy. Grier needs to draft trenches, linebacker, and scoutable. Snatching up Tyler So would be exciting for me. Tyler So, I think he will be there in like the 4th, 5th round for anybody's taking. But a lot of people are not talking about Curtis Roke, however you say his name. So there's a lot of other options as well. A lot of other options at QB, but as of right now, they're going to keep QB1. And after that, I'm not too sure. No copyright. He definitely got that bit up there. Bah, that bit disappeared in the sky. Okay, is it? How much yards is that? That's like almost 50. That hang time is so important so you can give your defenders more time to get to the ball. I don't know, man. We might as well move in the kicker. And he's doing it accurately too, man. That boy leg is amazing. Crazy. Bah. Right here we have Ryan Stonehouse throwing at practice. Let's check him out. Good kick right there. He's actually aiming for the people who's out here running. He's aiming for them. That's a crazy kick right there. And he was accurate with it too. A strong out leg. Ah. I don't know, Dolphin fans. We might have a good one.
Morning. Oh yeah. Morning.
Your two newest Dolphins, man. Welcome to the team.
Morning. Oh yeah. Morning.
This is him trying to show off his kicking at the Hard Rock Stadium. Let's check this out. Ooh. Definitely got it out of there. Oh, it's definitely. I think this is him when he was younger. Bah. Yeah, he got a pretty strong leg, man. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty strong leg. Wish I could see the distance of that one. Hey, one kick to the head by him, you done. You done.
And the hang time. To coordinate all that stuff with the distance and the hang time. You know, good punts like the very first one that Stoney ended up hitting, he was over 4.5 on the hang time. And his last two, he was really around 4.6 and 4.8. And when you're punting the ball that long, 50, 60 yards, you want to obviously have higher hang times. We just got to continue to talk and just understand that even though we hit 60-yarders, we can't have 4.0 on the hang time. That's not what we're looking for. We have to get 4.4, 4.5, some of those type of hang times on that in order for us to go down there and cover those kicks. Because again, if we don't get the hang time and we get a long kick, you're going to get big returns. To coordinate all that.
That makes sense, but you can't judge people just based off of what they do in their life. You can't. You can't, man. But this is the special team coach talking good about our new punter. Talking good about him.
That stuff with the distance and the hang time. You know, good punts like the very first one that Stoney ended up hitting, he was over 4.5 on the hang time. And his last two, he was really around 4.6 and 4.8. And when you're punting the ball that long, 50, 60 yards, you want to obviously have higher hang times. We just got to continue to talk and just understand that even though we hit 60-yarders, we can't have 4.0 on the hang time. That's not what we're looking for. We have to get 4.4, 4.5, some of those type of hang times on that in order for us to go down there and cover those kicks. Because again, if we don't get the hang time and we get a long kick, you're going to get big returns. To coordinate.
That's real. That's real, man. So Ryan Stonehouse, he gonna cause teams to not get those extra yardage. You know, and that's going to really help our defense, man. So our defense and Ryan Stonehouse, they're going to work side by side. You know, defense is going to help Stonehouse out. Stonehouse going to help the defense out. And that's how you're going to win games. That's how you're going to win games. Right here, I got another kick of Stonehouse. Let's check this out. Damn. Bro, it's by the sun, dog. It's by the sun, bro. It probably hit this cloud right here. I'm not even gonna lie. The ball hit the cloud, dog. That is wild, man. And we got a strong ass arm. Not arm, but leg. Boom. The ball ain't pop on that one? The ball had to pop on that one.
Good waggle on it, though.
He booting that bit. Bomb. The ball ain't do nothing to you.
Good waggle on it, though.
Relax. The ball ain't do nothing to you. Doof. That bit went straight.
Good waggle on it, though.
Right here, you're gonna do the same thing at the Buffalo Bills Stadium. Show off his leg.
To the viewers evacuation routes on each level. Proceed to the viewers and stay in the designated exit. Do not use the elevators. Once you're outside, Please move as far away from the entrance to the nearest evacuation routes on each level. Proceed to the nearest and safest designated exit. Do not use the elevators. Once you're outside, please
That
move
was like
as
the
far away.
60 something. The 60 something ranges right there. Most definitely. So yeah, that's lit. That's lit. Ryan Stonehouse, welcome to the Miami Dolphins, man. Welcome. Here's some plays of Ryan Stonehouse on special teams. Let's check this out. Right. Next video. You're just going down memory lane.
You got all.
Look at that.
I'm Ryan Stonehouse with the Tennessee Titans.
And I'm Big Daddy.
Oh, that was spinning way too quick. You got all.
Look at that.
I'm Ryan Stonehouse with the Tennessee Titans.
And I'm Big Daddy with Daddy's Dogs.
And we're punting hot dogs.
Why y'all doing that for? Punting hot dogs? Why? Why y'all wasting food like that? That'd be pissing me off, man. When people waste food, bro, I hate that right there. I hate that. I finish all my food whenever I eat. All my food.
That was sick. That was good.
All right, we got our first hot dog here, the Lone Wolf, ketchup, mustard, and relish. Let's see how she flies.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Poor hot dog. Hot dog ain't do nothing to you, dog. Nothing.
Oh, I got some.
Yeah, I just got the old mustard.
Yeah. Next one's gonna be our Big Daddy. This one's gonna get messy. It's got cream cheese, bacon, jalapenos, pickles, grilled onions, and Daddy's secret sauce.
That's
That
wild.
one felt good. Did that look? Did the pickle go for?
Bro, he turning the food into particles. He not even breaking it in half. They're turning into particles, bro. That's a strong ass leg.
Made it all the way down here. I felt really good. You got a little stump on here. You got a little sauce on
So
there.
for this one, we're doing our Titan Dog, only available at Nissan Stadium.
I'm excited. It's just full. Oh yeah, that felt good. I know that one that hit the back wall over there. Tighten up. That made it thud. That was the best shoe. It's like Daddy's Picasso right here.
Still kicking hot dogs, man. Them boys wild, bro. Them boys are wild.
It's been unbelievable right now. We've seen the improvement. Last week he had one of his better days. Yesterday was really good as far as his field punts. We got to get better a little bit more plus 50, but we have seen what I talked about last week was we're trying to match the hang time with his distance. And yesterday was really well. Even though he was upset, he hit one bad ball out of about 13 or 14 as far as field punts are concerned. But we've seen that consistency with him of getting the hang time in the direction correlating.
That's real right there. That's real. Shout out to Ryan Stonehouse. High praise from your special team coach last year. Very, very high praise. We already watched these right here. Most definitely. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about Artie Burns and Ryan Stonehouse. Let me know in the comments. I give both of those signings like a C plus. C plus. Ryan Stonehouse, he might be a B. Artie Burns a C plus. That's my opinion right there, man. My opinion. Hold on. See. Yeah, I don't know what else I should show y'all, man. I do not know. Okay. So I'm gonna share with y'all some other news around the NFL that y'all might need to know about. Kyle McCord. This is a quarterback that the Dolphins might target to bring in our room. Kyle McCord, he had his pro day today. So we're gonna watch some clips of his pro day, see how he did out there, so on and so forth. Shout out to that boy. Buffalo. Okay, I'm sold. What you mean, fam? Let me know. Let me know. Good spin on the ball. Ooh. You know, after Cam Ward, I like his arm the best. Cam Ward 1, Kyle McCord 2. Kyle McCord 2. So everybody keep sleeping on my Kyle McCord so we can get him in the second or third round pick. We'll do that. We will do that. 2 times in a row. Around the money. Right in their chest. Yeah, that boy, he accurate, man. That boy is accurate. Kyle McCord, man, keep an eye out for him. Keep an eye out for him. He grinding. Threw off platform on that one. Boom, touchdown, easy. Right in his chest, too. Kyle McCord is definitely a sleeper, man. NFL teams do not sleep on Kyle Cooper. Do not. All right. You already watched this, right? No, we ain't watched this one yet. Nice spin on the ball. Nice spin on the ball. Whenever there's a pro day, I'm gonna see if there's anybody that I think the Dolphins could get, and I'm gonna react to it. Find some highlights of the pro day. Receiver ain't really have to slow down. He didn't. He didn't. Boom. He got that Syracuse gear on. Is he from Syracuse? Yeah. Kyle McCord. Keep a close eye out for him. Very, very close eye out. Another throwing session with Kyle McCord. And he could throw on the run a little bit too. He could throw on the run a little bit, but he's not going to brag about it. Look at him stay in the pocket. Bomb. Yeah, Jimmy Horton. Who is this? I don't even know this guy's name, but Kyle McCord, bro. Kyle McCord. That's too high for a QB. Where would you draft him? A guy like Kyle McCord, he looked good at his pro day. He looked good at his pro day, but we'll see as to how much we would give up to get a guy like Kyle McCord. But like I said, I think he's there 3rd, 4th, 5th round. I do think so. All right. Right here we have Chris Sims. He gonna talk about. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we got Chris Sims. He gonna talk about Kyle McCord and his intangibles as an NFL quarterback. Let's check this out.
And what you're saying is, yeah, we know the top two guys are the top two guys, and Jackson Dart's probably in there now. We're going to say the top 3 guys. But there's some other guys below that I go, I like their makeup. I like the way they handle themselves. They seem like quarterbacks, and their talent's a little bit better than I think people are giving them credit for. And, there's a few here that got potential. I'm not saying superstars, but, again, would I be shocked if a guy like Kyle McCord could be a starter in the NFL one day and do something like that? Yeah, he's got more talent than Brock Purdy throwing the football than he did, right? So, and you saw he can have some games. Ask the Miami Hurricanes. He can tear you up and dissect you and do all of that. So that was a big day for him, for sure. I got 2 other guys I want to hit on to make sure. Though.
Okay, all right. Well, I think we'll hit on them.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Hey, trust me. Trust
all
the
right,
process right here.
I'll trust you.
But since you brought up Will Howard, just real quickly, because, flags fly forever, and he's a national champion, and you can never take that away from him. But maybe he didn't have the best combine ever. 2K7 Steph says people are harping on Will Howard's accuracy during the drills. You said on an episode that you would rather see a quarterback prospect rip it and show off their arm strength instead of worrying about accuracy. Do you think Howard was trying to just rip it, or was he really struggling?
No, he was struggling.
Yeah.
That was ripping it for him. He doesn't.
So he was doing both.
He doesn't have a rip it arm. That's just not what he is, right? This is where I questioned Ohio State. I like Will Howard. Trust me. I mean, he's a great kid. I know that. I saw how he handled all the adversity this year. You want to root for him. Pretty good athlete. I get that. But, again, just to what I just said with Kyle McCord, I mean, we at Ohio State pretty early on in the Big Ten schedule here, and I remember as soon as it turning on going, wait, this guy's not as good as Kyle McCord. Why did they like Kyle McCord? This is not even close, actually. What? Right? I mean, yeah, so that's where – again, it's just underwhelming. And I know he played for Ohio State and he won the national championship, and I got all of that, right? But he was a big question on their football team all year. And, yeah, he's a big question for me, too, as I go on here going forward. But that was not a good day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't. It doesn't matter. And listen, when there's off target and you're letting it rip, okay, I want off target like it's just missed the edge of the guy's hands, right? Or the guy had to turn his body and still caught it. I don't want off target where it's not on the screen. Nobody can even touch the ball. That is inaccurate. That's having no control over the football. Mm-hmm. And that's a different category there.
Not done for him. He can still impress at the pro day and try to rein it in.
He's going to have
show
some
teams it was
pedigree,
an anomaly.
big game, toughness, all that stuff, got experience. So teams are going to like that about Will Howard.
You know
for
who
sure.
else has that?
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel. More starts and basically wins, it seems like, than most any other quarterback that ever played at Oregon there. What'd you think of him?
Thanks for watching Chris Sims on.
Yeah, I heard Chris Sims and what he said about Kyle McCord compared to Will Howard. Will Howard, he transferred over from Kansas State to Ohio State. And then Kyle McCord, he transferred from Ohio State to Syracuse. But when you look at both of those guys' film, it does look like Kyle McCord is the better quarterback than Will Howard. And Kyle McCord did what he did with Syracuse with lesser talent than what Will Howard had. But Will Howard, he won a natty with his team. But still, what Will Howard did at the NFL Combine a few weeks ago, a lot of NFL GMs are off of him. I remember a lot of people had Will Howard in their top fives. Now I don't even see him anywhere in the top 10 for anybody's QB rankings. Everybody let him go after that combine performance, man. So Will Howard, he gonna be there in like the 6th, 7th round, possibly 6th, 7th round. And then Kyle McCord, he probably gonna be an earlier pick as a quarterback, probably like 3rd, 4th, or 5th round. If he falls to the 5th round, as us being the Dolphins, I would take him there. But if he's there at the 3rd round, I wouldn't take him there. I'll try to get another player other than the quarterback to help the whole team. But you know, if we have no choice and we got to invest in Kyle McCord because we already know the team behind us will try to get a quarterback, then it is what it is with Kyle McCord. It is what it is, man. But a lot of potential with Kyle McCord, you know, under radar, you know, like a day 2 quarterback that you could really see on your team, to be honest. Like I can see Kyle McCord being on the Dolphins as a backup. Him, Zach Wilson, and Tua competing. Let's see who makes it out, man. And I know whoever win that competition is going to be a good quarterback. I know that for a fact, man. I do know that for a fact. Let's see here. What else I got for y'all? What else I got for y'all? We just gonna go over some news that happened in the NFL that y'all probably ain't hear about. Hopefully y'all did. Right here we have Laramie Tunsil. He gonna talk about the 19 penalties that he got last year. Coming from a tackle of this caliber, that's very surprising. Very surprising, but Laramie Tunsil, he's going to open up with the Commanders and tell it as it is in regards to what happened and what he's going to do to get better as a football player.
I kind of just like challenging myself to find new challenges in my game to get better at. And so every year I try to find something like, hey, I can do this better, or I want to do this better, or I want to be known for this, or you know, so I kind of just put that chip on my shoulder by myself. It's really just me versus me at the end of the day. You know, especially there's a lot of things I want to work on, like those 19 penalties I had last season was unacceptable. So that's something I want to address for sure, get that number down or even having none. You know, I want to keep growing as a player, honestly, as a pass blocker, a run blocker. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm always trying to improve in each of those fields. So I kind of just like challenging myself.
A shout out to Laramie. You know, the gift that keep on giving, man. You know, the Houston Texans, they ate off of him. The Dolphins, we ate off of him. And hey, maybe the Commanders, they could do a little something, man. 1 year rental, let him go. We're going to see what happens with Laramie. You're going to see. But he on a good team now with the Commanders. So Commanders, they're going to be a problem next year. They're going to be a problem. You know, I feel like they're trying to orchestrate their team to be just like the 49ers. 49ers, it was at a certain point as to where they really needed a tackle, and they went and traded for Trent Williams. And y'all see how good that ended up for them? Y'all see that? So I do feel like in the next 3 years, the Commanders will be in the Super Bowl. Within the next 3 years, man. And I don't know. Maybe they could win one. We gonna see. We're gonna see, man. But if you got Laremy Tunsil, that's a good start. But now you gotta build up the rest of the old line, not just Laremy Tunsil. There's still more work to be done. Still more work.
Holland.
Right here we have Drew Rosenhaus talking about the Dolphins' current offers and what's the current update with the Dolphins and whoever they're going to sign. Let's hear what he got to say.
Should the Fins have re-signed Javon Holland?
Well, I would say under the circumstances at $15 million a year, that would have been great. I'm going to guess the Dolphins offered Holland a deal similar to that going into the season. That's just a guess. But it's a shame, for everybody involved. Holland was a second-round pick, super contributor, really had some moments where he was playing as well as virtually anyone on the team. And it's a shame to lose him in a $15 million a year that seemed to be a pretty manageable contract. But obviously the Dolphins thought it was too rich for their liking.
I could have sworn, didn't Minka Fitzpatrick ask for more? I could have sworn that was the case.
What's the latest on your client and former Dolphin Emmanuel Ogbah?
Yep. Emmanuel is still unsigned. I've stayed in touch with the Dolphins. The Dolphins have offered him a contract to come back, but we haven't been able to find common ground yet. And I don't think anything is imminent at this time between Emmanuel and the Dolphins.
What about Jeff Wilson Jr.?
They added Alexander Madison. Madison is a guy that has a similar profile to Jeff Wilson in terms of what they can contribute. So my guess is that that was a move where they decided to make Madison a priority over Jeff, but we're not ruling out the possibility of Jeff re-signing with the team.
Should the Fins...
Jeff, don't even come back, dog. We got too much running backs. There ain't no point of you coming back, to be honest, man. To be honest, you can come back if you want to, but you're probably not going to get no PT. You're not going to get no PT, man. There got to be another NFL team that got to want Jeff Wilson. Raheem Mostert, he got signed. But I don't know. Raheem Mostert, he low-key accepted like a vet minimum deal. 1 year, $2 million. That's so close to a vet minimum. So close. So if Raheem Mostert got that, I don't know what Jeff Wilson would get in this market. I do not know what. He probably gonna have to wait until an injury happens and the team gonna give him a call and see what he can do. That's probably what you gotta wait on. Right here we have Bradley Chubb putting in that work. No copyright. B Chubb. Getting healthier, get them legs strong, man, so we can make sure you don't deal with like an ACL tear no more. You cannot have that, dog. Cannot have that. I'm loving the hard work, though. Loving the hard work. He know the agenda. I love to see it. I just wish I seen videos of Tua doing this. That's what I wish. Shout out to B Chubb. There goes Zach Wilson.
Here, can't wait to get to work. Dolphins fans and Zach Wilson here at the facility, just signing the contract. Super excited to be here. Can't wait to get to work. Go Fins. Dolphins.
You're not gonna say nothing about Tua? You're not gonna say nothing about Tua?
Fans and Zach Wilson here at the facility.
I think the interview with him is coming out tomorrow. That should be an interesting one. Very, very interesting one. After I finish this live stream, I'm gonna react to his BYU tape, and I'm gonna post it on my YouTube page. YouTube won't let me live stream film like that. So I'm gonna just react to it and post it onto my YouTube. So y'all be on the lookout. Dolphin fan reacts to Zach Wilson college highlights, because the NFL highlights we really can't get nothing out of it. We can't. But college, you can get something. You can get something.
Just signing the contract. Super excited to be here. Can't wait to get to work. Go Fins. Dolphins fans, and Zach Wilson here at the facility, just signing the contract. Super excited to be here. Can't wait to get to work. Go Fins.
Bro, what if he ends up being the one, man? What if, bro? What if? That's all go through my mind throughout the whole day. I just be randomly thinking like, damn, we finally got a decent guy that could compete with Tua. He probably a little bit bigger than Tua. He don't even look like he bigger than Tua, but based off the stats, his height, his weight, he bigger than Tua. Probably not in the weight side, but the height side, he bigger than Tua. Stronger arm than Tua. So we're gonna see how it looks like out there during camp, dog. It's gonna be very interesting seeing Zach Wilson out there competing with Tua. Very interesting, man. Why he's coming for Tua's job? Hey, shoot, I don't mind. If he win the job, he win the job. If he don't win the job, then he don't win the job. It's whatever to me. At least you getting somebody that could actually compete. Don't bring in Tyler Huntley thinking like, okay, that's somebody who could take to a spot. Don't bring in Skylar Thompson. Don't bring in Mike White thinking like, okay, that's somebody that that could take to a spot, because we all know that they can't. And on top of that, they don't want to bring in anybody into the room that could threaten Tua. But this year, they're like, F it. We're just going to bring in somebody who could threaten Tua. And I think Zach Wilson can. I think he can. Just because you threatening somebody don't mean that you're going to actually take action and do whatever you're threatening to him, if you get what I'm trying to say. So Tua, I think he going to be scared, but he going to be up for the challenge. Up for the challenge. Zach Wilson saving jobs, that's what if. Like Zach Wilson contract with like $6 million, and this is the most important position on the football field, quarterback. The most important position on the football field, quarterback. So he could turn a lot of things around based off what he does with the ball. Based off what he does with the football, he could turn a lot of things around to the point where maybe Chris Grier does keep his job. If you pull a move like this, we're in a do or die situation. If this year don't work, then nothing gonna work. And if Chris Grier pull a move like this off, getting Zach Wilson on a deal like this, and he ends up balling out, then that's gonna make Chris Grier look way better. We're gonna keep him here for another year or two, and GM's gonna be like, yeah, he's smart for making that move. That's what GM's gonna do. That's what GM's gonna do.
Dolphins fans, and Zach Wilson here at the facility, just signing the contract. Super excited to be here. Can't wait to get to work. Go Fins. Dolphins fans, and Zach Wilson here at the facility, just signing the contract. Super excited to be here. Can't wait to get to work. Go Fins.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see. Number 2 overall versus 5th overall. I feel like their draft positions are low-key the same, because Zach Wilson, who was before Zach? What, Trevor Lawrence? Yeah, it was Trevor Lawrence, then Zach Wilson. With Tua, it was Joe Burrow, then Tua. Joe Burrow, then Tua, man. So their careers haven't ended up like in the same trajectory, but now they're in the same team. But now it's like, okay, if you're really serious about your NFL career, are you going to claim your spot in the NFL with this team? I'm not saying this is the final shot for Zach Wilson. I'm pretty sure he would go to another team off rip. But we don't want this situation to end up like Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, he ended up balling out for the Vikings, going over there on a 1-year rental, just like we're doing with Zach Wilson. Going in a good environment with 2-3 good receivers, That might turn Zach Wilson up. Maybe the Jets were the problem. We seen Geno out here balling without the Jets. We seen what's the other quarterbacks that balled out without the Jets? Y'all gotta let me know in the comments, but it's something that happens on the regular with the Jets. Whatever quarterback lead their team, they end up doing good. So maybe this is our time to shine with Zach Wilson. Maybe this is our time to shine with Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Nick Needham putting in work. Should the Dolphins bring him back? Should the Dolphins bring him back? He on Twitter begging Dolphins, like, man, y'all gotta do something. Y'all gotta bring me back somehow, some way. That's what he doing. But I'm glad the ACL not bothering him. He tore his ACL. That kind of messed up everything. I think he tore his ACL twice, if I'm not lying. But it look like he moving well. He doing this thing. He good. Doing the hill. Nick Needham strictly a slot cornerback. Strictly a slot cornerback. Sometimes he will play outside for us, but I just think that he can't play the outside as well. He can't.
Yeah, I get mad, she red, start tucking.
Shout out to Puna Ford. D tackle signed with the Rams. I really wanted to watch some of his tape to see like how good he was. Really wanted to see. Right here we have him against the Broncos. There goes Bo Nix right here. Let's check this out. If they don't draft the CB, that seems like the plan right now. CB, D tackle, O lineman with our first pick. Seems like that's the plan. That boy moving. Good pursuit by him. Good pursuit. Most of these tackles, they giving up on this play right here. They giving up. But Puna Ford, nope. Get off me. Yeah, but Puna Ford, he definitely shocked me, man. Now you don't really see it too often, like a guy 5'10", 5'11", snapping in the NFL. 5'10", 5'11", close Aaron Donald, but this ain't no Aaron Donald, but he's pretty good. He actually signed with the Rams, the team that used to have Aaron Donald. So I don't know if he gonna try to turn into that or he just gonna stay like he is because he definitely a good player. Okay, Puna. Okay. Right here, Puna Ford's RAS score, 4.46. Just bad. The only thing good was a broad jump. Only thing good. Everything else was horrible. Horrific. Horrific. Height, 5'11", 306 pounds. 306 pounds. That's quite a bit. 24 on the bench. I gotta see at least 30. If you that height and that weight, I gotta see at least 30 from you. To be honest. But Puna Ford, he definitely gonna be a good player for the Rams. And I don't know, Rams, they might take it all the way. They might take it all the way. Might take it all the way next year. They got Devontae Adams, Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, you name it, bro. They stacked. They are definitely stacked. But shout out to Puna Ford. Definitely one of them ones, man. And we're gonna see what he does with the Chargers. We're gonna see. Not the Chargers, the Rams. Right here, I got another clip. Let me see. Nice little stunt. Oh, okay. But who's 97? And that's a mean head pancake. That boy coming straight through. He had to put that old lineman on his back. He had to. Damn, 53, you can't block? You gotta block him right there, man. Gotta block him. Puna Ford, here's his PFF score, 85.1 PFF score on 604 snaps. 604. You know, I don't know if he gonna get any better than this, but 85.1, fifth out of all these tackles, I could definitely work with that. Welcome to the Dolphins. Not the Dolphins, the Rams. Yeah, I wish he was a Dolphin. I wish. Right here, I got another clip of Puna Ford. Let's check this out. See, good job of redirecting that old lineman. Took him out the way and still made the tackle. You know, just because he's staying low, he got his hands in your chest, so you can't really do nothing to him. Because he's so short, so. But good job by him stopping the run. Good job. All right, here. I do not think this is a play right here. Oh, yeah, he wasn't a Charger. Okay. Right here, we got Puna Ford line up on the right guard. Let's check this out. Effortless. That's wild, man. Puna, he just cocking everything up, man. He just getting in the way. That boy just getting in the way. Right here, we got another play of Puna Ford at D tackle. Let's check this out. Good hand usage on that one. Excuse me. Yeah, that way he could definitely move for a guy his size. Most definitely. That's crazy. Puna Ford, you could rescind that offer from the Chargers. Just come play with us. That's it. Don't make things too difficult. Do not make things too difficult. All right. Right here we got Ford at the middle. I don't remember the time that he played. But yeah, this is the Chargers. But we got Ford in the middle playing the nose. Let's see what happens. Good job by folding them. Yeah, they smart. That should be your number one responsibility, keeping your contain, keeping your spot good. Your number one priority. But shout out to Puno Ford. I'm kind of getting the same vibes from the D tackle with the Seahawks now that just got drafted. I'm seeing the same type of vibes. Here we got another clip of Puno Ford. Let's check this out. It's right here at the A technique, kinda. You could say that's the A technique. Spin move like it's nothing. Another sack. There go Puna. There go Puna. And that was a beautiful spin move, man. Beautiful spin move. All right. A shout out to the Arizona Cardinals, signing Bengals linebacker Akeem Davis-Gaither to a 2-year deal worth $11 million. A shout out to him, one of the faster linebackers in the league. He joins the Bengals. Man. But yeah, man. Hey, I'm getting a little bit tired, man. You know, I might hop on in the morning to go over the rest of these guys, bro. You know, I don't want to be a little tired on the stream, and y'all notice it, man. So, hey, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm probably gonna clip up the Artie Burns video, and I'm gonna clip up the Ryan Stonehouse video, so y'all could just watch it by yourself like that on my YouTube page. But hey, let me play one thing before we end this.
Welcome to DGE Merchandise, your one-stop shop for everything you need. Whether you're shopping for yourself or looking for the perfect gift, we've got you covered. Check out DGE Merchandise website for all your latest gear for the National Football League and more. Every sale helps the channel grow to bigger and better things, and we wouldn't be here without your support. Shop with confidence, knowing that we offer top-quality products at unbeatable prices. Ready to find your next favorite product? Visit dgmerchandise.com today and start shopping. We're always here to make your shopping experience easy, fast, and fun.
Yeah, peace, fam. Peace, my boy, Billy. I will be back tomorrow, bro, to talk about some other stuff. You know, I might save these other signings that I got saved here. I was going to talk about BJ Ojolari, go over some film, you know, and some more other guys that interest me. You know, some people that the Jets signed, the Bills, Patriots, I got all that, but, you know, I want to make sure that I'm fully involved with the live stream, you know, not dozing off or anything like that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's DGE, Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. Check my bio out for all my inquiries if you want to talk business. And on top of that, y'all help me get to that 10K, man. That 10K is on its way. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm going.